How's it going, everybody? What's up, Ren? Thanks for joining the stream. How you guys feeling? Feeling good? Gonna finish this cup real quick. Get some people in the chat. Time to work on NE. Yes, Natural Explorers time. Hi, Wasif. Thanks for joining the streams. Gonna get started in a minute here. Yeah. Hello, Zarsla. If you guys want to come hang out on the Discord, we got a link in the description below. We got lots of stuff here. Different tabs for different engines. If you're a YouTuber, let me know. We can get you some promo here. If you're a streamer, if you're a coder, if you just need some sale promo, you can spam in this. You can try not to spam too much, but put all your stuff here. Let us know what you're doing. The music's a bit too loud? Okay. Thank you for telling me. Thank you for telling me. Let's bring that down a bit. Music is brought to you by ocremix.org. And we follow their guidelines. We're allowed to use their remixes on our live streams, says their guidelines. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Really, Zarsla? Just send me a message with your YouTube, your link. Link me your channel in a message, and I'll put you on the YouTuber's page. And then everybody who's on the stream, who's in the Discord, who's a YouTuber, can be here. Plus, you get a nice yellow or red icon color's good. A nice red little thing that says YouTuber on your name. You don't have to have that if you don't want it. It's fine. But it'll bump you above the online members. Same thing with live streamers if you're a coder. And if you've ever backed me, even for $1 on Patreon, I will give you the permanent Patreon backer role, which makes your name green. Isn't that amazing? Also comes with a different chat, Patreon chat here. Exclusive. It's not really that fantastic, but it's cool. It should come and do. Anyway, let's get started on the project. Let's continue where we left off. Today I want to link our maps together. Link some of the maps together. There's our amazing thumbnail. I'm going to do this style like just every day that I'm doing devlogs. Create a new background, take a screenshot from the game, and then just try to make it look a little bit different so that it's not constantly the same icon. Thank you, Rand. I don't Patreon, I just hand drifty money via PayPal. Yes, I have a PayPal if you don't want to do the Patreon thing. It's okay. I mean, if you do PayPal, then Patreon doesn't make 5% of it. So I make more when you PayPal me. But I think Patreon has a nice little like subscription thing, so that it makes it really easy. Anyway, let's jump into the project. Driftwood Gaming on Twitter, YouTube's, on Twitch as well. If you want to hit my Patreon up, it's patreon.com/driftwoodgaming and paypal.me/driftwoodgaming. Let's get started. We have some awesome maps added thanks to Royal Crown Code. Really cool looking maps. And in the previous, before the live first impressions devlog thing, I showed you how to move maps from one project into the other, and the tile sets and the files, etc. etc. I would like to release this at the beginning of 2019, because it's like our Let's Make a Game 2018, so when 2019 rolls around, we start a new project. But, man, it's got a long way to go. I don't know. Maybe it'll just be first quarter 2019. So anyway, speaking of that, let's get started. Let's link our maps together. I want to do Tyrax lighting. Keep forgetting to do that. What if I bring that up and try to get Tyrax lighting up first? RPG Maker, MV, plugins, Tarax lighting. Yeah, get it. I will link this to you guys as well. Let me put this in the chat for y'all. Hello, Silverlight. Thanks for coming to the stream. This is where you can get Tarax lighting. So what we're going to be adding. I'm going to start with this first. I just want the plugin, not the entire project. I've used it before. Haven't used it since 1.3.1. Add the plugin in your game and view the help information. A demo is included. I don't want a demo though. I just want the plugin. Here it is on GitHub. Okay. I gotta find a... Okay, let's copy it out of here. Or cut it. Put it where I want it. Hold on. Let's cut it out of here. Put it in this folder, because I'm going to be moving this maybe used folder out once I'm done. So if I keep creating extra folders, we're going to up the file size unnecessarily so. So all I really need to do is get this. So we'll copy that, put it in JS, plugins, paste it up, paste it in there real nice and good like, and then we can, this is an unsecure site, unfortunately. That doesn't mean it's going to give you any problems. It's just ever since they changed that thing last year, at the beginning of this year, you need HTTPS and you have to secure an SSL encryption. It's not required, but it's another way that they can charge you. You have to pay for an SSL. Yeah, it's in the thing now. Let's add. This is, yes. We're gonna put it at the bottom and see. This is some ambient music going on here. What are we fighting, Kefka? Player radius 300. That's how big the light is around the player. Bring this up. Screen size, we need to change this. Is it 1156? 1106? By... I forget. 6 something or another. It's not right. Let's find the actual size. What did I set it to? 1104 by 624. That would look very funny. Okay, let's see how it breaks things. Oh, we have to put in a note tag somewhere for it to actually work. So let's go to this one. We'll do this here. And we'll make this event have a note tag. I forget the note tag. Let's go to plugin help here. Light something and then the color. Okay, so to find this, we're going to just use a little internet app or something. So this will make a white light. FFFFFF. Using a 450 radius on 1400 by 900, but that's a much larger resolution game. Ren, how does your game not lag that high resolution? I have a lot of parallel process. Save yourself. Thank you for joining. Ren says he loves Terex. I'm sure they've updated it quite a lot. I haven't used it in a while. The Gaming Lunamon, thanks for joining. Pixel here, first Drifty stream. Hurrah. Okay. Let's see how it looks in here now. We'll start right outside of the cave. That way we're full size. There we go. There's our T-Rex lighting. That's very generous, you know, nice and big circle. I don't like it super small. Matter of fact, I'm going to give the player even more light. I just want like a little bit of darkness around. So let's change the defaults to give him 50 more pixels in the radius. 350. Lots of light. Lots of light. I'm not trying to make it super dark. I'm going to give a little bit more because I don't like staring at a black screen, just all darkness. Darkness! Option menu. Text item used in the options menu. I don't know what that is. Oh, okay, never mind. I do know what that is. It's just what it says when you go to the options, the lighting effects. Reset lights. This is the time system, which we're not going to use. We're just going to have caves have darkness. You can soften the black too? How do you do that, babe? Let's read some help files. When I first got this plugin, the help file was like this long. It was like this big. You had like 2 paragraphs. This was way back. You can let the light color cycle automatically with the following note tags. Light cycle. This. So let the color cycle from red to green to blue each 50 milliseconds. Does it use game frames or milliseconds? It says milliseconds, but I'm wondering if that's game frames. I think you're using note tag. I mean, that's just a hex color. The higher you go, it will be up to 999. I mean, you can set the color of the light, yeah. Giving it, let's go over something real quick. I'm gonna hide this and then find what I'm looking for, and then I'll bring it back. We want to find hex color codes. Sometimes there's a lot of ads in these pages. Is this the right one? This one's good. Here we go. So you just go here. This is htmlcolorcodes.com. Find the color you want the light to be, move it around, and then it'll tell you the hex color. It'll also tell you the RGB and like the saturation and all of the variables that go into making this exact color. So if we want to have like a orangish light, kind of white looking, but also have like a tint, a little bit of a tint. Let's go up a little bit and say like that color. We'll just find it and then take that code. copy that code, put it in the lighting, wherever you want it to be. Give it the space at the end. Let's see. Okay, so we got a spammer. Most of the games you review suck, seems to be done. Okay. Yeah, you can't talk crap about Yanfly. I'm gonna have to ban you. Do 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 do. Anyway, that should change the color. We'll take a look at that. And now if we walk away, you can see that it's more of an orange light coming from outside. Of course, the player's light will blend and override it, so it becomes more of a white color, because that's what the player has. Yeah. This guy. Getting some spam, man. People feel anonymous, but really everything is logged. You guys. Someone's cycling through all their 20 accounts and spamming. Okay. I'm just gonna have to hide users from the channel. Real Game Radio, you actually haven't said anything that I'm worried about. You're cool, dude. Don't worry about it. Alright. I'm gonna have to make people mods. T, you're now a mod. Add moderator. Alright, sorry for the interruption, folks. It's gonna happen eventually. You know, you spend more time creating a YouTube account than I do clicking hide user. But if you want to waste everyone's time, go for it. Okay, so all you gotta do is click on the 3 dots when these guys say something, and just say hide user from channel. And then they can keep talking, but no one is gonna hear what they say. Pretty soon we'll have it all kinked out. We just started live streaming. Alright. Turnax lighting. Let's add some Turnax lighting. Is that the color we want? Is that the color we want to do? If you have a good color, suggest the hex code. Yeah. You click hide, but you also have to click the 3 dots and hide the user from the channel. Is this what our stream is going to be? This is terrible. You know, a lot of words are automatically hidden too, have a filter on, so if they say anything that's on that filter, it won't even be shown to anybody. Yeah, we should put some torches on the wall. That's a great idea, Rin. Okay, let's do some torches. We could go to A-Sprite and try to make a torch, but I don't know if I want to do that. Making sprites is so much work. But it's a good way to get better, just keep doing it. The hate stream. Silver Starlight was hidden. T! You're fighting the good guys. What is happening on this? What is even happening? This is the most wildest stream. The music's insane. The chat is full of hate spammers. Yeah, that's what it is. Mike Mills. You got me. Let's open up a sprite. Suppose we should do a sprite. Or we can find a torch. Somebody wants to find a really cool torch. Do a 48 by 48. We'll export a sprite sheet. 9 frames. Let's get a palette. Something with a lot of colors of orange and red. Doodads have some animated torches? Yeah, we could do some doodads as well. I am not a great artist, but we're going to try to do like some sort of torch. At some point I'll have to take off the symmetry. Let's take off the symmetry and change one side different than the other. Okay, that looks alright for the first frame. We'll add a new frame. And then we'll just keep changing the Ren Phoenix. Hey, you're legit. Alright, you're mod, Ren. Don't kill me, bro. Don't ban good friends. Ah, crap. Did somebody copy somebody else? Son of a bitch. Yeah, that was lame. Yeah, I know, Ren. Somebody copied you. Exactly. How did they get away with that? They put a space or something? That's why I shouldn't make other people mods. Fucking hell. Alright. I have to do some damage control. Thanks. Thanks. Appreciate that. That was a pretty good one. It was pretty good. It was exact. You got the icon and everything. That was really good. Okay, I gotta what is it? Who's hidden? Wasif and Heartless got hidden. No. How do we do that? Let's go back. Unhide and Wasif unhide. Okay. Well, now you guys are getting reported. I was just hiding you, but now I'm reporting you. So, get repped. T, you gotta watch out because there's somebody like just name copying, you know. Yeah, the real one is here. So, well, I unhid the real one. I made the that was pretty slick. He's at work, okay. Jeez, can I get something done today? Holy crap. Alright. That wasn't me. It wasn't me. Alright, I'm gonna take the second frame. No, it does though, Zone. They know who you are. They know exactly what you like. They know all about you. They know what to sell you. Alright, so let's just erase some frames here. I'll have this flame go down. Get rid of some of the edges. And change some of the colors in here. And we'll add a new frame. We'll do the same thing here. We're going to change some of the colors. Delete this. Rebuild it. Different colors. And that'll be our third frame. And what we'll do is copy 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So we'll copy 1, 2, 3, and then paste it at the end. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Paste it again. You can just copy the entire thing again. Paste that. I said copy. Is it going to copy 6 frames? Go to the end, paste it again. So we've got this going on. Somehow I didn't quite paste right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This is weird. Maybe I'll drag it. Drag and drop. 1, 2. Okay, this one needs to be in there. Let's cut this. All I want to do is copy this page, cut it, duplicate cells, unlink, How do you move one cell over? This is annoying. I need to get this one, and then I drew this one third, but I put it at the end now. Okay. Cut it, maybe? Copy it. Yeah, can we cut it now that it's selected? And move it over here. No. What is it even doing? This one, this one. We can delete 3 and delete 4. Why is this highlighted? You know, I haven't had this much trouble with A-Sprite before. What if I just make a new frame? New frame. That's a new layer. Undo. We'll go back. We'll undo down to 3 frames. What I want to do is replicate these frames. That's it. I want to take this one, copy it, and put it at the end. Paste it. But what that did was put it before. Copy it. Create a new blank frame. New empty frame, paste it on that one. Copy, paste. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that worked though. I'll just put a blank frame at the end of it. You can copy these 3, maybe. Go to the blank frame. Delete this one. Try this with the blank frame. Copy these 3 and then paste it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Do the same thing again. Paste it. Except we're selecting 6 of them now. Copy. Select the 7 and paste it. So we have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then the blank frame, which we'll delete. That'll work. Okay, I learned a trick so that it animates correctly. That's going to work for now. We'll put Terax lighting on that. Let's export this as a sprite sheet. 144 by 192. We will call it DG underscore animated torch 01. Okay, export it. Now we have a basic animated torch. To get that, we will go to the place we saved it. Copy it. Put it in the Natural Explorers, IMG, Characters folder. Okay, that'll work. We should be able to take it from here. We need to rename it. One more thing. Exclamation point, $, and that'll tell it to read this as an entire, like a single image, not an entire image of 8. And boom, it works. Let's animate it now. We'll have it stepping, direction fix. Doesn't really matter because we're not going to interact with it, but we'll direction fix it anyway. And we will give it say faster and higher. This will be torch 01, and we will give this, what is it, light number? We have to type in a note tag. I forgot it again. Light number and then the hex code. Okay, light, we'll say 300, hex code, FFF, DDD. See what that looks like. Which fight is this? The Tunnel Rat. Is this over here too? Put him in line. Okay. Let's see how it looks in game. Sorry, Heartless, it wasn't me. I mean, it kind of was, I guess. I modded the wrong guy. It was a pretty epic troll. This guy's just being douches. And there we have our torch. Hey, not too bad, not too bad. We made it ourselves. Don't want lyrics in my songs. I wonder if my live chat got locked up or something. Can't quite see. I'm gonna reload this. Yeah, it kind of bugged my chat. These guys are still going at it. Wasif Khan, when you when the fake Wasif, yeah. Be careful when you're banning people. Make sure you're banning the actual text, because you know, they copy the icon and the name exact almost. So ban the person who says indecent stuff or whatever, not just the name who you think this person said it. 1, 2, 3, 2, and repeat. You know what? That might actually look better. But it looks good right here. I kind of like how it looks in the game. Needs a bunch more yellow flame. Yeah, kind of does. Especially at the bottom. It could definitely be improved. More yellow flame is needed. There's a lot of trolls. There are somebody making 1 million accounts just spamming the stream. Travis. They did this to somebody else too, not too long ago. Exactly the same. They were exactly the same. Yeah, somebody was spamming a bunch of profanity in the stream today. Luckily, the filter caught most of it, but we had to ban people, and they were causing some havoc. So I imagine while they're in here spamming, they're just hitting dislike too. It's unfortunate, but that's what happens, you know. It's just whatever. Thank you for joining the stream, Olivia. We made some fantastic, not great, but still awesome to me, torches. We made animated torches. We put Interax lighting. And yeah, so let's start throwing these torches down. But first, I think I need to reduce their light radius a little bit. Let's go with 200, and maybe find the right color for them. Let's find a good color. For our torches, maybe more of a redder color. Orangish color. Let's go with that. Is that too red? Probably too red, huh? Here's our torch. Could be brighter. Could be brighter. We'll go with 250. 250 is fine, and we'll give it that color. And we're going to copy it. We're going to say copy, paste it over here too. Paste it over here, paste it over here, paste it over here, and maybe one over here, one over here, one right here. This one is 3. This one is 4. Two dislikes disappeared. Their accounts probably got banned, or they got bored. So now we have some torchlight in here. I'm okay with that color. I'm happy with that color. And we can strategically place some a treasure chest right here, because it kind of covers it a little bit with the Tarax lighting. And you wouldn't see it if you didn't like investigate over there, right? It just came over here. So that's what I'm gonna do. Put a treasure chest right here. We'll just quick start one. And this is going to give Python's good. Python's good for back-end and machine learning, and Python's a great language. What should we award here? Let's give the player a chest full of pickaxes so that they can keep harvesting. And instead of saying that, we're going to go /i, item icon, whatever it is, forgot what number it was, has been obtained. And to find out, we'll edit here. Item 23. /23. Has been obtained. We'll call this hidden chest 1. It's not very hidden, but I want to show you the effect when you do lighting. You can kind of hide things in the darkness. You don't see it very much. Like if you were just to go up here, if you didn't have the lighting on, you would see the chest. If you go like this, you can kind of see it, right? Kind of see it. You'd have to go over here to see the chest. I like it. Chest of picks has been obtained. We'll use that chest. Got 20 pickaxes. Nice. How did we get a state on us? We seem to have gotten a state effect. What is that glove state effect? I wonder if that's caused from a plugin or something. This won't be a repeatable chest, so it'll be kind of a good loot. You get 20 pickaxes, could get you a diamond out of the mine. It could. Hidden rooms, like in cracked walls. We could do that. Maybe over here. I'll probably save this for like a quest though. Side quest. You meet a sapper or an engineer and they make like excuse me, bombs, right? And then you place it right here and then it'll teleport you to another map. Alright, so if you walk down, we need to put Tarax lighting on these other maps now. And throw the torches. Let's copy this. And put some torches where they need to be. I guess I don't need to number them. Boosted Journal, thanks for joining the stream. You'd have to walk right here to see the treasure chest. And you can kind of see it from here, but not much. You'd have to kind of explore over here. Use a keystone. Yeah, I kind of just throw them down kind of crazily. This is also a little hidden, but I need to make this a little bit more hidden by making, I'm going to change the map right here so that the chest is kind of hidden. So what we'll do is, go to the edit layer, go like this, kind of go like this a little bit, or no, more like this. Now we can try, see what that looks like. A good lighting engine is very important in a game. Very, very important. It adds a lot. It does take extra time, but it's kind of worth it. So if I, you know, the player's going to walk like over here to go up, or they'll go this way. So if they decide to go this path, it's not like a long dead end, but they won't immediately see the chest if they don't. So that's what I'm going for. Like, oh, there's the chest. I like that change much better. I edited this map a little bit off camera this morning. Just getting rid of, like, this was like a big, more of a box room. And we're going to do the same thing with this. If you walk up here, the chest won't be immediately in your face. So we'll kind of move that. I think we can shift this over a little bit. Like this, and then also put this out to maybe here. Move this to the corner. Move this light to that a little farther away from it. Oh no, go back. We can just start here, see what it looks like. They would have to go, that's perfect. They just have to go a little bit to see, but if they immediately say I want to go left, they won't even notice it. That's what I'm going for. But if they look, they'll see it's there. Obviously, the first time is the only time you're going to get them. Once they see it's there, they'll know it's there. It'll be repeatable, so they'll find it eventually. And we can do the same by moving this torch over here and getting rid of this torch. Seeing what it looks like. I move this guy over here. Yep, and it's just out of view. You'll have to make your way to the left to reveal it. There's a chest there. That's a great song, but I've heard it a million times because I actually used that track inside of Legends of Driftwood. You can download that game for free. driftwoodgaming.com/games. It's a free-to-play game. It's about 3 hours long, but you could speedrun it in 30 minutes. The 1.02 version was very hard. Too hard, really. That's why I changed it. It made it a lot more speedrunner friendly. And it went from like an hour something to 30 minutes. You can beat it in 30 minutes if you speedrun it because of the levels plugin. Now this, I need to move the torch right here too. We'll put the torch right here so you don't see the chest immediately. But I do want the player to see the switch because that's the way to proceed. I don't want him to get stuck in a maze. So the map is essentially the same, just a few spots that are a little dark. The player still has plenty of light, and the maps aren't just big dark screens. So this is exactly what I'm going for. It just adds a little bit extra to it by putting some shading areas that are darkened. So if you go this way, okay, we need to push this chest a little bit farther away. You can clearly see the torch, or the switch. Pull the switch. Yep. Take a chest of picks. What I kind of want to do is move all of this over 1, 2, 3 tiles. It's going to look weird at first. Like that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's going to change something, though. There's a move event. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I could avoid changing the move event if I just keep these in the same spot. So I could do that. Griever TV asked if I could give a brief summary of what I've done so far, about what % of the game is complete. Sure thing. Okay, let me finish this little part, and then we'll kind of do an overview of where the project's at and where we started. So it's a great idea. So if we go here, and the players, oh, I see a switch. They'll go for the switch, and even if they go to this tile, they won't see the. Even if they go to this tile, they won't see the chest. If they go to this tile, away from the switch, they'll see a corner of a chest, and they start seeing the chest. So that's good. That's good enough. I don't want it to be super hidden. I just don't want it to be blaringly in your face. So if you come in here, oh, I was looking for a switch. Let's get the switch. Pull the switch. I don't want to go that path. They don't know if the player may not know if it keeps going that way. Go get the thing. Or if they go this way, it doesn't matter which direction they open it from. Someone was locked inside the chest. And the blacksmith was starting to get cozy. He's going back to town. We tamed the blacksmith. Oh, that sound effect. I forgot to add that sound effect to the chest I put down somewhere else. I put that sound effect somewhere else. It was in this one. So let me take that sound effect. We made that with the ukulele in one of the earlier episodes. In Audacity. It was in this event, actually. Yep. Got item with the ukulele. Copy that sound effect. When you open this chest, we're going to change items and play a sound effect as well. Okay, so this is Natural Explorers. Quick overview for Griever TV and anybody who else is asking. It's a sim RPG game, and I started it a few months ago. It hasn't been too long. It hasn't been that long, actually. And I started doing it as just, I don't know. What made me want to start doing it. I guess I want to put a game on Steam. I've released free games, but I want to put a game on Steam. So I started it's also going to provide lots of content, stuff to do. So the end goal, put a game on Steam, and give yourself a timeline. So I started putting out episodes every day, but it's like editing every day takes a long time, and I realized within the 2018 I'm not going to finish, so I started doing these live streams so that I can kind of get more done. Overall, I get more done with live streams by a decent amount, but live streams have their own time sinks, like trolls and stuff, but it's not going to stop me. Sidetracked there. I started the project, and we did a world map first, and it was basically we run around on the world map, and a lot of things are being handled with common events. So everything is based around parallel process timer events, and how a lot of the systems work in the game is they're controlling a variable and they're adding one to a variable, and every frame in the game it's going to add one to that variable, and then there's conditions for those variables. An example, if the player has a pickaxe and they go to a certain event and they activate it, they pay a fee to activate a switch. With the switch is on, then it's going to start adding up to a variable every frame of the game. So if you add if you go, you're going 60 frames a second, and you add a variable every frame, you can kind of set a timer based on that number. So if you want to count 1 second, you can just check for 60 to that variable, add 1 to it every frame, and then if it's over 60, greater than or equal to 60, that 1 second is passed. Multiply that by however many seconds you want, and there's your timer system. And that works on many levels, so that the timer is set to, I think, 30 seconds right here. 1800 divided by 60 is 30. So 30 seconds for the if you have the pickaxe, it's going to consume a pickaxe. We roll a random variable to see what item you get. So like, it doesn't just give you the same item every time. We started that way, and we're constantly changing these systems. I'm doing a basic 1 to 100, so it rolls a 1 to 100, helps me keep the percentages in my head easier, but it's arbitrary and you can use whatever numbers you want. And if it rolls low, you get a basic item, and then if it rolls a little bit higher, you get the higher uncommon item, and then if it rolls like 20 on a d20, 95 to 100 out of 100, then you're going to get like that rare find, the diamond in the pickaxe, consuming a pickaxe. And I had to do a lot of checks as well. So there's another thing that checks to see if the player has these items, and if not, the switches, parallels will turn off, because general rule, you never want a parallel process to run when there's nothing happening. Same thing with an auto run. An auto run will immediately lock up the game if there's nothing in the contents, if it's running. But a parallel will also lock up the game after enough time has passed. So, kind of a lot of parallels happening. I'm going to jump on the world map and show you like the beginning of the game. Then we started adding extra polish to the game, like yen flies, event mini labels, so the player can see what they're getting. We have a hunger bar, so after enough time, I mean, it looks like brown cotton candy, but it's supposed to be meat. I'm sure we'll change that. Someone made me a nice one that I just haven't implemented yet. But you can see we have our gold right off the top. We're not going to start with 10,000. This is kind of like, debug, dev purposes. But over time, you're going to be the mayor of a town, and, you have to provide food rations for your town. And every, I think, 10 or 15 seconds, an animation will play if you're on this map. A gab window will pop open. You'll make more money, and you'll also one of your food items will be consumed. And you can spend your money to purchase new things like farms. If you want to purchase the farm, it'll tell you what you can get and the timer it'll take. So we spent 1,000, and now a timer has been started. Another variable is running every frame of the game. So now the town timer is adding 1, and the farm timer is adding 1. So that's 2 parallels happening. We can buy a quarry, and if we have a pickaxe, then and we own the quarry, it will run. We can also pause it if you don't want it to run. I haven't set up the pause menu on this quarry yet, but we should do that. The dock is another place. This just provides raw fish. Maybe there'll be more things added over time. The lumber mill is where you'll get wooden logs. So everything is gained over time, and it's using a gab window to show you when you get stuff. So we'll build a mine here, and now we own this mine and all these other things. We're going to make the graveyard into like a battle area. Probably other things as well. We're not showing the animation for the town, the coin flipping. We're not playing more sound effects when they're in the town. Only the gab window stuff keeps playing. Something happened? Yeah, something paused the stream. I don't know how long the stream was paused. Can you guys tell me about how long the stream was paused? It said stream resumed, so that's very odd. It wasn't. Oh, it was our internet? At least it didn't DC, right? That's great. About 30 seconds. Okay, a few seconds. Good news on that note, Verizon, we just saw them yesterday putting in fiber optic lines across the street. So we might have fiber optic pretty soon. So we have a decent connection. It's okay. It's good for live streaming. You don't need a ton for live streaming. We have 100 down, 10 up, but we should be getting 300 down, 100 up if they finish what they're doing here. So we're going to get some fiber optic upgrades. Should also be less downtime. But we'll see. We'll see what happens on that. Anyway, what I was saying is there's cool information on the player. I have a parallel process running at all times. It's a player tracker. And it basically tracks the player's X location, Y location, the map that the player's on, the region the player's on, at all times. So that gives you more data on the player. It lets you set up different conditional statements using those parallel processes. So you can pause timers if the player's not in the right area, or if they're on the wrong region, or really gives you a lot of control when you're setting up your conditional statements if you have a player tracker. And I'll show you that event. It's really cool. But jumping back into the town, because I think I cut out, was it like 30 seconds? I was out here before I went into town. So once we figured out what we're going to do outside the town and on the world map, I wanted to have like a player's home base that they can upgrade. They can get new characters, and then that character will be available in town, either as a party member that you can swap into your party, or they will be like, they will own a building. For example, we have a blacksmith, which I threw in the dungeon. We have a traveling merchant, and he will sell different stuff at different times. Right now, it's just a basic shop. It just sells almost all the things except for enemy drops. He'll never sell enemy drops. But like, we'll have different parts. Like, if we go here, we can set up a sushi bar if we pay a chef coins and some starting money. So we need 20 stones and 1,000 coins to start them up. We have 5 stones from our quarry. So you can either get those from the quarry or you can buy them from the traveling merchant. But it's much better to consume your pickaxes to get them. So let's get stone. Because when even though you're switching a pickaxe to a stone, you could also pull granite, which is worth 1,000. So that'll be kind of a better... You can pull salt and granite. So let's just buy stone so that we have... That's a great song, but I want to skip it because I don't want lyrics interfering with what I'm saying. I bet you drink tea. Not sure why I just have... I like tea. Funny thing, tea doesn't like tea very much. See, nope, I can't stand tea. I drink a lot of coffee. I drink too much coffee, actually. But anyway, we have the stone. We'll also need to buy some logs. But say you have all the items, you can set up a sushi bar. And this is going to consume resources at a one-time thing, but also on a timer. So we give him 1,000 coins and 20 stone to build this thing. And we pay him 10 coins and a raw fish every minute or 2 minutes or whatever the timer is. If I press, what was it, M or H or T? If I press T, I have a Yanfly plugin. This is Yanfly's common event menu, and it needs to be updated because there's actually a lot more than just these 3 things. I just haven't added them yet. This will let the player know at a glance what their current buildings are consuming and what they're producing. So they can, like, okay, I bought a bunch of stuff. What do I need to have? They can press T and look at, okay, well, our town monument, where we can rename our town, generates 100 coins every 10 seconds, and we have to provide 1 food ration every 10 seconds. The traveling merchant is there. Also, anything we've unlocked, that even if it's not a consume and what you need to have, anything you've unlocked will appear on this menu just to remind the player what they've done. Like for example, the kitchens, they cost 10 coins, and a raw meat or raw fish, depending on which you got the chef or the sushi chef, you can get them both. But they both provide 5 food rations. So if you buy the docks, you can get raw fish, and every, I think, 1 minute or 30 seconds or 2 minutes or something. And then you can get the sushi chef, and he will turn that raw fish into food rations, which the town will use to produce money, and that'll give you your loot, kind of. Same thing here, we need wooden logs. How many do we have? We have 8, okay. We're also about to starve, so we can go to the menu and eat food rations ourselves, like that. But we can also press a hotkey, E, if we don't want to go to the menu. And all of the hotkeys will be explained in the tutorial. I do the tutorials last because I don't like having to go through them while I'm debugging. So I press E as a hotkey just to consume an item and fill up my hunger bar. You will die if you don't. You also get a notification, auditory, that says your character is starving before you die. This is to stop the player from just AFKing and letting everything rack up. They'll be able to AFK for 5-10 minutes. If the player needs to AFK, they can still AFK. If you press escape, all of your timers stop. So while you're in battle and while you're in this main menu, scene menu, timers stop. Parallel processes will stop. So anyway, let's buy some logs. And we'll set up the chef. It's going to require a one-time 1,000 coins investment and 20 logs, and then we'll get 5 food rations for raw meat, which you can get at the farm. Hello, Akashix. Thanks for joining the stream. So all of this was done before I even was sure I was going to put in a battle system. And I thought, yeah, I mean, every sim game, like sim RPG, needs like RPG elements. So I decided I was going to do a battle system, and I'm actually going to use Olivia's battle system, the Octopath battle system. So I was thinking, well, the player needs items to restore MP and everything. So how could I go about this and incorporate it into the sim aspect of the game? So I've got these trees here that you can purchase. You purchase the trees one time, and then every 3 minutes, the trees will produce fruit for you. So the citrus tree will produce oranges, and the apple tree will produce apples. These can be used to, you can just eat them directly, and they will restore HP and MP, but at a low amount. I plan to add like an alchemy table somewhere over here, or maybe in the town, it's in the house itself. Maybe like over here or over here. And the player will be able to combine like different fruits, or like maybe over here, it makes more sense. Cooking. So add some sort of alchemy or cooking system so that the player can take the basic ingredients and make more advanced potions. So maybe you'll combine alchemy or cooking with like an alchemy system down here. So you'll take the raw fruits and you'll slice them or chop them or prepare them, and you'll take those ingredients to the alchemy system, and that will let you turn those concentrates into like better, more powerful healing concoctions. For that, we're actually using Yanfly's crafting menu. We have a little house where we can restore our HP. We can rest a bit. Yep, we get our recovery. I'll show you the blacksmith system that we put in and the tinker. I think they're linked currently. We just added, currently in this episode, Tarax lighting and did some Ace Bright drawing, sketching. Not sketching, pixel art, basically. So this is a pixel art torch that I made today. So we'll have to go through here to get the tinker. We'll have to do a couple fights. Take a look at the battle system. This is Olivia's battle system, the Octopath Battler. I need to put a battle background, so we can do that too. Using Yanfly's action sequencing. Such a cool level, end screen for a battle. Victory menu. This is a Weapon Unleash plugin. When the player attacks, there's a 20% chance or 10% chance that it turns into a different skill. Really, really cool plugin from Yanfly. No problem, Gamer TV. Thanks for stopping by. So here we have Devin Scott. He is our resident tinker, and he's locked away. So obviously we have to hit the switch to open it. And I'm using Yanfly's doodads to get these. These look like they're built with a map, but they're not. They are just doodads, and then I'm using a blank event that's setting the, what is it called? The layer to same as priority, same as character. So it like blocks the path. It's invisible obstruction. And they're controlled with a switch too, so when that switch is turned off, they go to another page that is below character, so the player can walk over them. You're hearing a lot of custom sound effects that I made in Audacity. A lot of it's just like messing around on the ukulele and processing audio. And this is a switch made by T. She made that stone switch. It's available for free to use. And you can see now this is open. We hit the switch. Devin Scott is here, and he's going to wait in town. And we've unlocked crafting after we rescued Devin Scott. So definitely want to help Devin out. Get him out of his cage. Because now, if we go to our menu, it unlocks the crafting. This wasn't here before, now it is. And we can craft different stuff with items that we found from fighting and items we found from harvesting. So it's tying together the items, the drops we get from the enemies and the stuff we're harvesting from our mines and quarry and farm and fishing areas. And oh yeah, that erase event right there. That's interesting that the player starts right next to the enemy. I need to change the transfer event maybe. So let's do it. Oh, I probably shouldn't have exited. Ah, it's okay. Oh man. One little thing and I'm like, oh, I gotta fix it. Because I forget. I was gonna fix something else too. And that's the gist of it. I have I think it's about 20 episodes, highly edited, like playlist that'll catch you up to speed to the live streams. So let's edit one of the maps for the transfer events. This, not this. Here we go, this one. And we'll have the player come out right here. You know, that worked okay, actually. It wasn't terrible. And because this is player touch, it should be fine. Not a big setback, really. We go up. Yeah, so we actually have to, it's action button. Okay, let's do a battle background. How we would set up a battle background easy. We'll do an auto run event. Anywhere, doesn't really matter. We'll just call this controller. And we'll change battle background. And we can have this above characters, and it will be auto run erase event. And how this works, most of you already know, but whatever, I'll go over it anyway. Auto run event is going to happen as soon as you enter the map, and then erase event is going to get rid of that event so it doesn't lock up the player. And then when you leave the map and come back, it'll be again. So if you leave the map and it goes to a place where the battle background has been changed again to something different, then when you come back, it will reset it to the cave again. Lastly, what % of the game is complete, and how many maps do you currently have? Thanks for giving it. It's hard to say, really. I don't know what percentage. I definitely need more maps. I just added a bunch of maps thanks to a really cool dude, Royal Crown Code. So we've just added this one. No, this one isn't one I made. This one, this one, this one, this map, this map, this map, and this map. Obviously, they're still works in progress. Some of them look pretty much like this one's good. I'm not even going to mess with this one. It looks beautiful. And it will, like you go to the right, it'll scroll to the, you know, so you can keep going left to right even. This one looks fine. I'm not going to mess with it. I'll put lighting in, of course. But this one, we'll edit a lot or change or not use. And this one we're going to keep because I like it, but I'm going to put some torches in and change it up a little bit, put some detail. Also, Rail Crown Code is still working on these, so there are people contributing to the project. Only send me stuff if it's okay to use in commercial projects, you know, Creative Commons, CC0123. So if I had to give you a percentage, which is not like, it's just an arbitrary number I'm throwing out, I would say 25%. I don't know. It needs a long way still. Thanks for stopping by, though. I really appreciate the well-formed questions, giving me something to talk about. Yeah, so I think we could pick up where we left off, and I can show you the blacksmith and the tinkerer's building. And we're using doodads for a lot of this, which is really cool. So we'll rescue Devin, and that will not only open the crafting menu from the menu, from the main menu, but it will also activate a doodad inside of here. You can see this is got a bunch of blank events right here, and this is using priority same as character, empty things. So if we own the Tinkerer's building, which if this switch has been turned on, then the player will not be able to walk right here. And so as soon as we own the Tinkerer, once we release Devin, he will show up and start walking around here, and his building will be there. Yeah, definitely keep working on your project. A lot of people tell me that they listen to me on another monitor, and like kind of work on their project, which is cool. I do that with other people too. I'll be listening to what they're doing and work on my project just to have something to listen to. So that's really cool. And I'll show you this doodad that pops up here. From the beginning, you can see that it'll just be an empty map. Or an empty, the map will be empty on this location. And you can walk on it. You can walk all right here. But if we go to the prison here and rescue, actually we'll start right here. And rescue Devin from the prison, we'll be able to, it'll turn a switch on which will force the doodad to be there. Sorry, my brain is not working. Battle should be pretty fast. These are level 1 enemies. I don't want the battles to take forever. Maybe towards the end of the game or boss fights can take a long time, but I want the battles to be kind of fast. Not necessarily one hit and that's it, but a couple hits, not very long. The reason why the character was small is I was thinking about starting them on the world map, so in the database they're set to the small, and then when you enter a map, they will be here. Also, a lot of switches only play once the player has activated and initialized everything from the world map. So now there will be a traveling merchant here. And we rescued Devin, so he should be over here walking around. And he is right here. And his building is here now. Remember, this was blank space. This was all gone. And how we did this is with doodads. So we can go to Edit Doodads. And you can see that I made this building as a doodad. And what I did to make that is I drew it with the map editor. I full screened it. I pressed print screen. I went into Photoshop, which I can do this, print screen. Went into Photoshop, and then I went File, New, and went like this, and I pressed Control V and pasted it. And that lets me like select it. And I selected it, and then I copied that and went into a new file and saved that as a PNG itself inside the doodads folder. Will I add a stamina plugin? Maybe. I could just do a custom stamina system without a plugin too. Similar to the way that I did the hunger bar. You don't really need a plugin. So it's really cool. You can draw stuff with the tile set and then take a picture of it and create that entire thing as a doodad and then resize it. For example, if we wanted to take this building, T showed me this. It's pretty cool. And I wanted to place this building down as a doodad. I can. So we'll say Tinker's house. I'll put it right here. But you're like, whoa, this is the world map, right? This is huge. So what I can do is press Edit and change the scale. Oh wait, I already placed one down, so let me just edit doodads now. Take this one, change the X scale down to this. Same thing with the Y scale. So I can make the house like you see, you can take the tile set, make a map, and then shrink it down. And then you can put that on the world map as a little location, which is really cool. It opens up a ton of options. Make it lime green. Yo, accept that settings. Okay, I'm actually going to delete that. But that's pretty cool. Cool little feature. The Doodad plugin is one of the greatest plugins for the engine. It's made by Yanfly, and there's a link to yanfly.mo in the description, and yanfly.mo/yep, and it's at the bottom. Just press Control F and type in Doodad. You will need to add a folder. I'll give you a quick, if you decide to use it, you're going to have to go into the IMG and add a new folder called Doodads. There's a zip file in there too. So you download that zip file and you paste all of the stuff inside your game's IMG Doodads folder, and you'll have like a lot of default stuff: beds, bridges, chairs, bridges, all this stuff here. Bridges. And you could add your own folder in here like I did right here. So you can put your own art in here and then place all these on the map at any point, at any time. It's really, really cool. Dude, check out plugins. I have a ton of plugins already. I don't need to add a bunch of more plugins. I added a plugin this episode, the Tirax lighting. So that's a thing. We can continue doing that. I need to change battle backgrounds on all of these new maps I put in, and I also need to add Tirax lighting to some of them, all of them, most of them. So in order to add Tirax lighting, once you put the plugin in, all you need is an event that projects light, like a door or something, like a cave opening, like right here. You go to the note tags, you type in light, the radius, and then the color. So I can do that for, this will be the entrance. Where else is there going to be an entrance? Inside of a cave. Maybe here. Well, there's not going to be a ton of light coming from this, so that's actually not going to go there. This one, we'll put this here. This will be extra. I don't know where this one's transferring the player. It will transfer the player at some point. It's below characters. So you don't even need a new event, but you can make a new event. let's just copy these torches that I made using Asebrite and paste them in different maps where they would go. That makes sense. Put one here, one there, one here, one here, one there. Maybe not one in here because this will be a treasure chest spot. But one over here, one down here, one over here, like so. It'll be kind of dark in this hallway, but I don't know if I want to show the player this hallway from the entrance. Okay, let's take a look at the lighting in here with Tirax now. Yeah, why not? So if the player walks down, they'll be able to see that. I could make this more of a tunnel for a chest, but I don't. But we got plenty of chests. Put a chest in there. Need to put a chest there. There's plenty of lighting in here. Could probably get rid of this one. I could press Control and skip these. Yeah, that looks fine. From this side you see the chest, but you have to go all the way around to get it. Okay. From here, can you see the chest? Yeah, you can. If you just walk down, you'll be able to see it as you come right here. So let's hide this chest a little bit more. And get rid of this light. And maybe make a path over here. And move this guy over here. Move this light. Yeah, that's fine. And we'll put a chest over here. Be a chest here. There'll be a chest here. A chest here. One there. 1, 2, 3. That'll be fine. Do I have this on a switch or a self switch? Self switch. Okay, let's look at it now. So you can see an enemy from here. You can see an enemy from there, but you can't see the chest. And if you go this way, you can see the chest. But what if we put the guy right here? So you'd have to go like that. Let's do that. I'm wondering how they're going to do DLC on the Switch. Like, you're going to be so limited with space. So you can't even see the chest there. So you don't know if it's worth fighting or not. But most of the time, it is. Go down here, you'll see the chest. But you've already made your commitment going down this, like, That's fine. And then on this side, you can see the chest clearly, but you're on the opposite side, so that's fine. Maybe get rid of that fight. We'll see how it goes. That's coming together. Okay, next map. Let's copy the torch. This map will need some torches. It will be dark, kind of dark right here, so let's kind of do something about that. Yeah, that's a good track. Music is by ocremix.org in its entirety, which should be monetizable because we're not just like playing the music for with no content on top of it. Hey, that looks fine. So it still pretty much lights up most of the map, but it adds a little bit to it by having the Tirax lighting. I definitely think it's a bonus. And because the torch lights are a different color than the player's light, you get some sort of like shading effect going on as you walk by. You can kind of see like a yellowish tint. It's very subtle, and I love that. It's great. So Tirax lighting, highly recommend. Highly recommend. Doodads, highly recommend. And for battle system, Olivia's battle system is probably the best one out right now. I'm gonna check that out. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Let's get these torches onto every other map where they need to be. For the Dark Woods, I don't know about putting torches. I think more like tint the screen. I think we'll do a tent. Let me just set the player starting and look at the map, walk around, get a feel for it. Thank you, Puka. Yep, live streams are going to be Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to noon Eastern Standard Time. These mushrooms are so cool looking. The first seed material tile sets are my favorite. They're really good. See, this is a cool map too because it's like, it keeps scrolling. Like, it doesn't look very big, but it feels bigger because it scrolls left to right. Obviously, you can only go up and down so much. But you can have like a transfer event right here. And then another transfer event. You could even set something up that will respawn enemies. And this will be like a something here. Chest or a fight or event or something right here. Cool map. Thank you, Royal Crown Code. So I don't want to put torches, but I kind of want to do some sort of lighting. So instead of Tirax lighting this map, we're just going to do a controller event and a screen tint. So let's do that. We'll go here, new, auto run, within a race. We also when we tint this screen on a map, all of its connecting, or all maps that you can go to before or after this map have to also reset the tint. So you have to be aware when you tint the screen, when you change map, it's going to tint everything after this. So by tinting this, we have to tint the other maps too, which is not a big deal. Just be aware of that. This will be controller. So we'll do a screen tint screen. Dark. Now let's go with a nighttime. But instead of blue, we're going to go with the green and bring these numbers down a bit. I don't want it super dark though, so we'll take some of the saturation out of the map. It's already kind of dull, but we'll take some saturation out by raising the grayscale and switching from blue to green. Blue does give you like a night effect. I want this instant, so I'm going to say 1 frame but not wait for completion. So now we'll see what it looks like. This will take a few tries probably to get it just right. Yeah, everything's way too green, right? And too dark, actually. So let's bring everything up a little bit. Whoa, it looks like we're underwater. That is not the effect I'm looking for. That is like an aqua. Let's bring the grayscale down quite a bit. Take the blue out of that. Take the red out of that. Bring this down. You know, I'm kind of okay with this. It's still a little green though. Let's bring the green down. Because if we look at the color, it looks better without the lighting tint. Man, gotta get this right. Let's go to normal. Normal. I just want to add a little green and take away a little red and a little blue. Very subtle. It's colored like very well. You know what? I think this tile set is already set to be nights. Edit. WAC Dark Woods. Because the FSM tile sets, a lot of them have nighttime and daytime. For one of them anyway. Every tint screen I'm putting on the map, I'm not happy with. So I'm going to just make everything darker. A little bit. That is some double bass for you. Okay, finally. This is just a little bit of customization so the people who have seen the FSM tile sets don't get bored of the map. Like people who have played a game that's got a lot of FSM woods, they may be like, this feels samey. By just putting a slight tint, it feels different. It kind of looks a little bit better without the tint, maybe. But it makes it a little bit different from like the factory. It will feel better over time. In the long run, it's better to add a little bit of customization to have a little bit of extra lasting power on your project. And it works like this for everything. Change the hue sliders even if you're using default animations, but don't use default animations. I'm going to keep this color. It was just like a dot, 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 dot. That was it, like a little nudge each slider a little bit. I don't want to T-Rex this, babe. Yeah, this map, maybe because then, oh, I have an idea. I have an idea. We'll make all of the mushrooms glow. We'll T-Rex it, but we'll make all of the mushrooms glow. I'm going to keep that little tint though. I mean, this screen tint, I'm going to keep it. Let's put a glowing mushrooms, because we got lots of places that we can put glowing mushrooms. Let's make a new event here. Light, like really small, 150. And we'll find a color. That's a good idea. I guess I am going to use Turax after all. Like a yellow-green glow. Kind of bright though. We'll go with that color. We'll probably change it, but we'll see. Glow shroom. And this needs to be below. Yeah, okay, it is. I'm just going to put the player here and test one, and then I'll spam them. Bright blue. Type fire instead of light. Phosphorescent. Okay. Fire. Oh, okay. It's probably a different... Does it do a flicker? It does a flicker, huh? I think I did a tutorial on this. I just don't remember things. Brain. I have 300 tutorials, guys. 300 RPG Maker tutorials. What are you gonna do? Let's go with that blue color you're saying, on a green tinted map. Might need to add glows to the mushroom spreads themselves. You might be right. We gotta test it and get it right before I spam it. We can give them different colors too. They're too strong, huh? But it's not really a fire. I mean, I wouldn't think that plants would flicker like that. Like, they would just kind of illuminate like a light. So even though that's cool, and I'm going to use fire for some things, for the glow shrooms, I'm going to specifically use light. And I'm going to set these to 100. That color was fine. I'm going to copy this, paste this here, 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 here. And then I'm going to use a different before I start doing other stuff. Let's see what that looks like. I might have to undo and... It's not too bad. That's okay. Alright, let's go with these and give these a different color. This is more of a... We got red, yellow, green, blue. We'll give these more of a orangish color. We'll make these 120. Copy this, paste this here, here, and here. Where else is this? That's it. So then we'll go to these and give these a 150 and go with like a different color. Maybe more of a purplish color. We're gonna have a weird map. Weird lighting going on in this map. I like it though. We'll copy this, put it on the small mushrooms where they are. And then we need one for this. It'll be slightly bigger. And then this one will be slightly different. More of a violet kind of light. Copy this, put it on this one. And then we'll have another light over here, which instead of making it like 300, I'm gonna set this to 150, but I'm gonna put 4 of them. So there'll be a little bit, or you know what, 200, but there'll be 4 of them. find a color for this one, like a deeper purple. Because purple is good. It's a good color. Paste it, copy this, copy, paste, paste, paste. These need to be below. They are. This is going to look really funky. Not load. Whoa! No way, I love it. Look how the sprites seem to change color. You were right, it looks way more dynamic with Tarax. Just use different color shrooms and glowing stuff. Especially that big one. Like, look how it changes color. It's like very deep purple, and you come up to it, and this looks regular. Like a white, like a peach, a pale green, yellow. Hey, we're going to leave it like that. What about the, I didn't pay attention to these. These look, they look fine. And this is kind of more illuminated, so we'll have like something over here, like the boss fight or whatever. Guys, that's where we got to end the stream. It's a nice little something to look at for the ending. Thank you so much for coming to the stream, everybody. We broke a record today. We had over 30, because before the record was like 25, I think, 26. At one point, I had 60-something on Twitch, but whatever. Thank you guys for coming to the stream. I really, really appreciate it. And this will be available, if you missed the first half or whatever, it'll be available on YouTube about an hour after we finish, and the live chat will appear. There were some trolls today. Thank you, trolls, for tuning in. And everybody, some new faces, Griever, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate the well-formed questions. Olivia, always a pleasure. Heartless, I know I'm a scary puppy, or what did you say? Because I don't play horror games. Thanks for tuning in. When do you usually stream? I stream Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to noon, Eastern Standard Time. Every Monday through Friday. Wasif, thanks for stopping by. Sorry that a mod impersonated, or a troll impersonated you. Sorry that I modded a troll today. Today a troll got modded and kicked a couple people. I had to unkick them. So, it was an eventful day, eventful stream. Good stream though, nonetheless. Very good. I appreciate everybody. You guys are awesome. If you would like to support what I do, please consider backing me on Patreon. That is patreon.com/driftwoodgaming. Patreon.com/driftwoodgaming. There's several tiers there. You can check them out. They offer different awards, voice chat, video chat, support for your game, helping you on your project, work on your project, fielding miscellaneous questions for you, helping you set up your plugins, all kinds of different stuff. All the way up to playing your game on a live stream or just posting a video to the Driftwood Gaming channel as my first impressions. For promo, critique, etc. And that is the $20 plus tier for that. It's pretty cheap for promotion, actually. You guys are awesome. Remember to stay awesome. Thank you for tuning in. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I am at Driftwood Gaming. I'm probably going to be streaming on Twitch at some point in the future, but I'm still going to be live streaming on YouTube. It'll be multi-streamed, so there's a service that you pay for that. So I'm at Driftwood Gaming on Twitch. I'm doing the plugs. I'm plugging stuff, guys. This is what you have to do. You just got to plug your stuff. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to disconnect the stream now. We are done. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 10 a.m. to noon, every Monday through Friday. Eastern Standard Time. Love you guys. Stay awesome. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Come hang out on Discord. That's one thing. We're not completely disconnected. I'm still here. Go talk to me on Discord. Bye, guys. Link is in the description below.